Hello viewers, Sriram here. This is from ShriLearning. We are going to talk about PMP success story. I have Santosh with me who cleared on 2nd of July. Pretty excited, happy person. I was just checking out your profile picture. Looks good in LinkedIn. What was the output from you for that, Santosh? It was marriage.
Basically from marriage.
You put there, and I can see a lot of flowers behind you. Okay,
yeah,
more than saying, I can show that. Okay, here we go. So first we'll see the certificate, then we'll come to this picture. So he got certified on July. Santosh, you expected this color of certificate or a different color?
I was like seeing that orange color at that time in January when I joined the classes with you.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, okay,
Color change.
I feel when color got changed, now my mind also got changed to get it.
Okay, that's good. Still, we have the interim president. We are yet to get after Sunil Prashar has moved, the main president had to come. Okay, that's really interesting. All right, so it's a big dream come true. So I know your journey because the level of improvement in scores, preparation model, sometimes we have a doubt, are we ready? Sometimes you feel, yes, I'm ready. The very next day you'll feel, really, am I ready? Right?
Yes, that is true, Sriram. Actually, I was like, after having so much years of corporate experience and working in some different dimensions, I will say I'm a laboratory kind of research scientist kind of person. So when I got into this and getting this kind of new knowledge, it's really, we call it T-shaping of ourselves.
True.
Yeah,
that's true. So which domain you work for?
So I basically work in a pharmaceutical contract research organization. It's basically I'm an employed since in 2015 from Syngene International Limited. So I'm basically a research scientist there. I do a lot of cells and bacteria, so all this thing.
Okay. So, at least to me, whenever I say a word at scientist, I have seen them with the long hair and if scientists will scientists will be like that, or scientists can be like you also.
It can be like me also now. It can be also like me, and this scientist has a lot of things to do, roamed around here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I travel India, like different places. I was in Himachal. I was in I did my study from Lucknow. I spent 7 years there. I did my BTech and MTech from there. After that, I went to Himachal, where I spent my pharmaceutical domain work experience in research only. Then in 2015, came to Bangalore.
Good to know. So next question from the audience would be what are research scientists doing with PMP?
Yes, that's a very $1 million question, and I would like to explain this thing to all viewers who will be seeing me as a person from a research background and having a high-end biotechnology research, where people talk about all high early drug delivery systems and all these things. How come a person from those dimensions wanted to get into management thing? So actually, I would say in that way that when I am doing this practice of this research work, I found something like I do like to read some stories of like how research is turned into the business value. So I was wondering, like how can it be done? Because it's this project management thing did not came now. It was there for past 4 years back, and that is also not project management. I tell you, I was really fascinated about the servant leadership. And servant leadership is something like which helped me to serve people, in service to the people. I did that. I did practice my service to the people when I had to try to do something after my research work. I used to do some helping things with the team, of my friend circle. I practiced that 4 years for my servant leadership. That time I was wondering what can be done, which I can justify my way of doing the work. And research work, yes, research work has a lot of, if we say now, if I'm after certifying PMP, we are agile peoples actually. The only thing is that the scientific community doesn't know that we are the developers, and we work like, in the sprint way of doing the work, and we are self-organized peoples. And every time, every day, we do daily stand up with the team, and we do it. We don't need, we just take a help of our leaders. We need to do that and this, but we are self-organized. All these things, it was there in my mind. I was thinking like what can be done to change my perspective or to serve the business I'm doing. That's how I came to understand, okay, let me, I did coming to project management. I was looking for data science also very fascinated for me. Then I found data science, okay, fine, project management, some servant leadership, the core value of servant leadership. So I thought, let me have the core value of, let me take this core value to my next level and get this project management knowledge get started. Because when we researchers, we do something, it has to be presented to some way. It has to be presented to the business peoples, that okay, what we are actually. I felt like this is the best way to present myself, to get into the presentation mode of myself. From there, I got to know that, okay, let me have this project management curve or dimension, so that I can get a new curving for myself. So that's how I started it. Am I audible, Shriram?
Yeah, makes sense. What you're saying, I can get that. So what I understand is a research person also needs a systematic process. It doesn't mean we can work in a haphazard way. We need a clear approach to make it happen. That I got it clearly. Very good. Nice to know. So now let's go a little bit on the reading habits, what you do. See, two things we have to do. One is read consistently for some days, get the book covered, and then go for the examination. So we recommend the book Reader 10th edition and Agile practice guide, and then go for 5 full exams to get the hold of the thing. So now how long it took for you to read these 2 books and take 5 full exams? Why I'm asking this question is, people watching this video should get an idea. Okay, this is the average time somebody will take to clear this exam, including reading and taking test.
I agree. So yeah, Shyam. So when I had my the classes with you January onwards, I was in January batch also. I joined again in February batch also, right? So January batch, first of all, January batch, I just got a small level understanding what is project management. Although I attended all the sessions from your whole, then I again joined your February batch to get more understanding. Because since being a scientific person, not even understanding the word co-location, it's for me, it's a different thing, right? So all these things were there with me. I was like, not that this was not, I believe, not cup of coffee for me, the project management, if I say in the normal word for the scientific peoples. But yes, I took it that coffee to drink it. Okay, so it took time. So January, February was like, just wanted to understand how the project management will can able to take it. Because being in scientific background person, I am habitual to read the literatures. Because when we develop in science, we do the literature, we develop some essay, then present to the team, and we do that. So here I was just wondering, like, how can I get this thing grasped in my mind? So I started studying after 2 months of the sessions with you. I started on March. So March whole month took me to complete the book. Because I remember one day you said PMP certification is not just a PMP certification. It's person has to earn that certification. Person has to take that certification in the mind. It really got took in my mind that let me earn this. Because getting a certification is, yeah, it's one of the good achievement, but carrying forward ahead is one other challenge for a person who's not from that background. So I started with that thought process. I started on March. I spent daily. I spent actually as my my cycle of working. I go in the morning. I used to go in the morning shift around 5:30, like wake up around 5:30. But before waking up 5:30, I wake up around 5 o'clock and spend some 10 minutes of time to rebrush myself. Then around 5 to 5:30, that 30 minutes of time I used to start reading something which can grasp my brain for project management things. Because the fresh time, the brain when wakes up now, that is the fresh time where captures. So I practice that, and then after coming from the office, that I used to get the time after 7:30 or 8. So between 8 to 9, 8 to 9 initially, I got only 1 hour of focus mind study. And that also, in that focus mind also, I can able to focus only 20 minutes. So daily I practiced to keep myself consistent, focusing on at least 20 minutes of understanding. So I practiced that for maybe 21 days. I practiced in that way, 21 days of 20 minutes of study. Then after that, I increased my minutes actually, like 5-10 minutes more, like that. And March, April, then April again, like it was half of the data. I was also practicing the questions posted by the group peoples and your daily Q&A sessions. I used to attend that, but my mind was something like it was taking two things, like the thought process of the question and answers and the baseline of the subject which I am studying it. So both were I maintained in that way, like daily 1 hour, 2 hours of study when I did. So in that 2 hours of study, when I increased, I focused 1 hour study of reading the books and 1 hour of study of solving the questions. Because I remember Rahul, when I interacted initially, like when he gave me very good understanding. So reading the book is one thing, and solving the questions will increase the thought process of the brain. So it really, like, I like that part what Rahul said. I'm thankful to Rahul for that. And with that understanding, I definitely focused on increasing the thought process. Now, when I read these things, I did maintain the notes actually. Notes not in the one book. I made, as we have on our 10 knowledge areas, right? So I remember I focused on those knowledge areas which are where I am lagging actually. So I made separate books for that. A separate, single books, like I'll just show you, like this one, like, this you can see, like, yeah. So this like a single books we have, right? So I just made this single book so that they can, so that I can, this small, and then I made
Notes,
like this.
lot of notes. Is this
Yeah.
notes can be sold in Amazon? Strictly not for sale. There are people, man, they're going to ask you. Yeah, they would ask you, hey, Santosh, will you give these notes? I'll pay for you. All right, good. So
one thing, Shriram. Yeah, Shriram, please.
I want to check you which book you like the most for the exam. I mean, which book you read
I
more?
like more?
Which book you will preferred more? Which book you read more for the exam? Maybe you lost the cam. Are you hearing
voice is breaking. Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, you're good. I hope you got the question.
Yeah, you said which book I read more, right? That's what.
Yes, you're right.
So yeah, I read Rita 1 full properly. I mean, I got it to Rita properly. I understood the concepts and what are the things. Obviously, it's like a one go run for me. I was not again went back to read the Rita, because Rita is a very big book, and definitely it's going to consume for persons like me, where I can spend only 1 or 2 hours daily. Definitely going to take 1 month around, say 1.5 months, because being a family man, it's very difficult. I have a kids, and when I go inside the room, they will like bang like anything. They say, where is daddy, where is daddy? Every time they come and they wanted something, even the mom is there, still they wanted daddy to be there. So during those tough times, when starting thing happened with me, I was just focused on one thing, that okay, fine, let me just focus for 1 hour or 2 hour of study. Fine, let it time go. I'm not in hurry. Yes, I do had one thing in my mind, Shriram, that was a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency to a daily basis, a sense of urgency, a daily basis sense of urgency to spend my time to read the book, to spend my time to solve the questions, to spend my time to interact with the group people, because that is the three way where I could get my knowledge on the project management. Because yes, the knowledge which I got, now still I'm getting the knowledge from the group peoples. It's a very unique, because those knowledge come from the experience. And as we know, the tacit knowledge is one of the most best knowledge, and I felt like these all are tacit knowledge. I got it. So those sense of urgency was there in my mind, Shriram, daily. daily going to the office and spending time. Okay, I was in focus that let me go to home. I have the sense of urgency to reach in that time and spend that time at least, because I made PMP first when I attended your class. It was just okay, one target. It was just one target of my 2022 goal. But when I got more serious, no, this PMP became dream for me actually. You know, that changeover happened when it became dream for me. When I thought, yes, I have dreamed. Whenever I see the post posted by you, when I saw that all the pictures of the people's, the name written on them, I always thought, let me have the sense of urgency to complete this. And I focused daily 2 hours to read the book, to solve the questions, to make the notes. This I maintained consistently, Sriram, throughout
That's good.
March.
That's good. Good to know. Good to know that. Really interesting. So now reading is one portion. Now you have to take a test. When you take the test, the scores is sometimes judge you where you stand. So how was it from the beginning, and do you found any improvement over a period of time?
Yeah, Shriram. So actually, initially, when I started attempting the questions, like chapter-wise tests, initially my scores were like 50, 40, it was coming. So I was just wondering that even after reading those things, I'm not getting the concept. Then I just thought of, let me go through each and gap analysis. That is very critical part. Every aspirant says that, and I'm also followed the same gap analysis. Gap analysis means, yeah, I have to go deep down into that reason. So I after attending the questions, I attempting those. I spent some half an hour or 1 hour time in understanding those gap analysis. So whenever weekly mock tests happened, my scores were like 50-50. It was the day. Every week I used to give the mock test, a weekly mock test, which you people posted. So at that time, after attending the mock test, I did not study anything. I mean, I just kept myself silent. Next day, I sit on that all the questions, either whether it's right or wrong, where my knowledge or attempting the question was fine or correct or not. So I slowly increases in that gap analysis. And during gap analysis also, I made separate book also for that. I made separate book of gap analysis. So gap analysis for stakeholder, gap analysis for resource management,
Nice.
gap analysis for agile. So
Nice.
those gap analysis, thought process,
So
whatever
one,
gap
one
analysis.
question,
Yeah.
one question, may I interrupt here? We keep
Yeah.
telling gap analysis. So if a person newly going to start, what we mean by gap analysis?
Yes. So actually I felt like, to my understanding, how I practiced it, the first gap analysis pattern was like understand the question. Because first, where the mind gets lost when I didn't able to understand the question, like what is actually happening. The first level of gap analysis was to get the understanding of the question. The first, when I was not used to score more mark, there was a reason that I was not able to understand the question actually, what exactly they are talking about, what is all about. And when by attending your sessions, I got understanding that, okay, this is how we have to read the question. This is the key thing. The stamp of the question is there. I have to understand the stamp of the question, what it's talking about. I mean, stamp means the last question of the question mark which comes. It is talking about the project manager, or it's talking about the team or some process. Those I had a problem. So those I practiced again. I understood. Went back to your Q&A sessions, those gap analysis. The first part is done. The first part, when I able to score, and after that 60 to 70%, when that gap analysis I got accomplished. Second level of gap analysis was for me to understand the integration part of the things. When question asks about some integration, there I was getting mixed up. I mean, I was not able to understand how to integrate the question with the keyword with the answer. So there, when I got a new thing for my mind, I definitely make myself sure to spend the time on that particular part. Like I said, I was getting confused initially about the things of how risk management things will happen, how conflict management things will be there. So I spent time on them. How did I do that gap analysis? I went back to Rita, which I already gone through reading the books. I had that notes. Then after reading that notes, I went back to some of the questions which I kept separately in my Excel sheet, in my WordPad, where I kept it those conflict management related questions. So these questions were there which I was not able to answer it. And I kept it for Q&A sessions also. Whenever your sessions comes, I kept it to discuss with you.
Now, why I put this question?
I developed my own mindset.
Right. So the why I put the specific question is, in the name of gap analysis, sometimes people don't really get the gap, and they try to see only their good area, not seeing the area where they're losing it. So that's the reason I asked it. I think that's a valuable point for me. So we understood about the book reading. We understood about your question practicing, gap understanding. This is good. Main exam. So main exam, you went to center or it is online?
So I went to center actually, and I gave in Bangalore. I'm right now in Bangalore, so I gave in Bangalore, and my exam center base was like it was like very good. I mean, it was very international kind of, it was very calm actually. I liked the center, Bangalore center, where I went. It was there in Lal Bagh. So it was very good actually. And I could able to focus on my attempting the questions actually. And environment was very peaceful, and there was no, side hodgepodge and all these things, because that is very important when we attempt the examination. As before going to center based exam, I did one more thing, practice like 5 mocks which I did. So I made the time fix, like you remember, like you said, like the time when you give the exam, that time only you plan your mock. So I took one, I think 5 weeks to complete 5 mocks. So each mock I took it as a main examination. So morning 8 o'clock I booked my center based exam. So every Sunday or Saturday when I decided the date of every week, because I was not getting time to take second mock due to the work which I am doing here in my company. So I took it that in a Sundays morning time, 8 o'clock, and I did to ask help to my neighbors to keep yourself quiet for a while, bear with my silence. So I just messaged them. I just manage those stakeholders to complete that small project.
Stakeholder management.
So I practiced that time. I practiced that. I just practiced that that 8 to 12 or 12 o'clock time, and as guided by you, 10 minutes break. One during exam center, I practiced that. I calm my mind not for 10 minutes. I practice to stay myself calm. When I get the break of 10 minutes, I did the breathing exercise. And breathing exercise gave me very good understanding. I remember, if you she was my senior, I think you also taught her, Seema Bhandarkar. She's my senior actually. She only guided me to come up with you to have that training with you actually. So nice. She guided me also. Why if your brain is calm for 5 minutes, why to spend more time in 10 minutes? The main important thing is that when your brain get calm, that is the best time to go and start the things. So in that 10 minutes gap, I practiced for 5 minutes only. I did the breathing exercise. People were, a lot of people were there. They were doing something, but I focused on a breathing exercise and be doing for 5 minutes, then went back. And this same practice I did for all the 5 mocks actually. I wore the same shirt, which I have to go there. So I just sometime actually I have this one more, one of my study buddy, Prasanna, he also guided me. He said some people's wearing the mask, and due to the fame also, people are not able to get the examination. I practiced that also. I wore the mask and wear the spec to see, okay, how the things are going. Actually, I wanted to make myself, fast experience, that how will I have, so that when I go there, I will not get a culture shock. That is one of the important part I wanted to keep it. So this is how, when I went to exam center, so this is how I practiced it. And yes, in first attempt, I was able to complete the 60 questions. I left with 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, I did the, whatever the flagged items, it was there. So I did, I kept all the flag items, all drag and drop actually. I got around 12 to 13 drag and drop, Shriram. So wow, that was like
huge number.
But Shriram, this is one of the good thing I had, that as guided by you, glossary I went through, the PMP glossary and the Agile practice guides glossary, and it really helped me a lot attempting
Nice to
the
know.
drag and drop
Good to know.
actually.
Good to know. So did you feel that middle of the exam or sometime, okay, I'm sure I'll clear the exam? Did you got that feel?
Actually, it was quite vice versa. In the middle of exam, I felt like, oh man, what is going to happen? So 6 months I was preparing, and these questions are popping up like anything. And this question, something, even though practicing also, my questions are like totally alien terms are coming from me, and I stuck with one question. There's some different. I was not remembering. It was related to some commercial risk kind of question, and I was not focusing on that question. I was focusing on what will going to happen to me, whether I'm going to be able to clear the exam or not. But I just at that time I did one thing. I closed my eyes. I fine. I just remembered why I started this PMP. Why the 6 months of my effort cannot go like this. My 6 month, my daily practice of 2 hours can't go like this. I cannot make my wife's sacrifice to be as a shrunk sacrifice. I cannot make my mom and dad to say like this, Beta
I,
Santosh.
I like this point, man. You don't want to come and tell to your wife, another 2 more months, she's going to kick you. That made you to clear the exam.
That was one of the kick point for me, that I was thinking, no, I have to clear this exam at any cost, because the
I got the
sacrifice.
motivation. I got the motivation. All right. Well, talking about this, how much credit to your family? How much is supported for the exam?
Yeah, I would like to really definitely thank my wife, first of all, because she's there with me throughout my journey actually. And from the day December 2021, yeah, December, I think 25th of December, I was discussing with my wife that see if I go into this, we have to sacrifice each other, like sacrifice in spending the time. I will be spending time in reading to my college days, and you will be spending time in reading. You will be taking care of this. So she told, no, Santosh, you go ahead. So I will definitely going to give the credit to my wife Rajni Saini,
Nice.
and she was the one. Because of her, I was able to cross this PMP examination. Otherwise, it could have been very tough for me, because kids, she took care of the kids, and that was really I mean,
Really
hats
good.
off to her actually.
Yeah, that's needed. Family support is needed. Great. All right.
It's really.
So when a viewer is watching your video now, what will be your tips for them? Hey, read this, do this, you will clear the exam.
Yeah, first most tip is that set your mind to do the PMP.
Right.
That is very important. Later on goes like that is what Agile says, right? First, keep it Agile mindset with you. Then four values and 12 principle comes. The same thing goes for the viewers. If they want to clear the exam, you want to be have the new dimension of the life, like me, how I got it. Set your mind to do something which you really wanted to do apart from those which you are doing. This is the first tip. Second tip, when you got to the goal, focus on small part, like start with small things. See, consistency doesn't come spending 1 hour 4 hour one a day and then doing the same thing. Consistency will come when you start with small iterations, or small minutes, like 20 minutes of time, then increase that, because focus is important. Spending 1 hour of work doesn't matters. Focusing on accuracy of understanding the brain, that really matters actually. So
Makes
I did the
sense.
same thing, although it took 6 months for me, that's fine. But I got confidence in understanding those concepts. I can relate my things. So this second tip. Third tip is that when you attempt the questions, yes, Mark definitely tells that where do you stand. Do take it seriously. Do take it seriously. Mark definitely does. And when you get this lower mark, focus that where I can do it, where I went wrong, and spend time on them. Whether it's a 4 hour of effort, whether it's a 2 hours of effort, doesn't matter, because after some time you will be considered as one of the project management professional. That's what we call, like what Sriram say, that 2% of that top peoples. It takes time. It took me 6 months to get it, so definitely it will take time. So no need to worry, and anxiety should not be there. The fourth tip is anxiety should not be there. I can't able to cross. See, everyone have their own journey. So main matter is that how do you cross that mountain? That is important. PMP is your mountain, but you need to take the small grips to cross. You cannot just directly take parachute and go there. So grips
You
are important. Grips
you should
means
change
this
your
small,
profession.
small.
You should change your profession from research to the good script writing. Huh? You have a story of telling.
Yeah, yes, I do like storytelling, to be honest, because
Okay.
I like because that's how I get my thing, captured in my brain actually.
Nice, nice. Good
So
one. Good
that's
one.
how it easy. That's really easy to
Nice.
understand.
Good.
And most important thing is that when they do the examination practice or anything, just focus on your thought process. Take the lessons learned from the different
Right.
peoples,
Right.
put those points which is good for you.
Mm.
Don't take those points which are not good for you, because that will going to dilute your understanding. I did tell you, Sriram, I did take help of a lot of other online sources. Okay. So, but it doesn't mean that I will going to say that, okay, that is good, that is bad. Everyone have their own way of explaining the concept. Your way of concept is really good. And that helped me a lot to understand the clear baseline, not only for PMP, even for the life discipline that we need to maintain when we go into project management things. And this is still I'm continuing it, right? And that is what the tip which I wanted to give. And yes, if you have any problem anytime when you feel down, do listen to the music, and do listen to those things which is makes you happy. Want to play with the kids, go play with the kids. Want to talk with the study mates, go talk with the study mates. This is very, very important, Shriram. So
Perfect.
yeah, that's what I wanted to give a
Perfect.
tip, because
Good one.
technically everyone are perfect enough. Yeah.
Perfect.
So
That's really
can I
good.
give a thanks note? Can I give thanks note to the peoples which I wanted to give?
Sure, sure, sure. You have a big gang.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, because I'm seeing the 4 minutes is showing. No, that's why I thought.
No problem. Please, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, thanks note. Yes, definitely. I want to give thanks note to my, first of all, my wife, as I said, Rajini. She was there with me to take my decision like anything, and she's still there. And challenges will be there for me, but still she's there with me. That's how I'm myself called it as now Santosh Kumar Patnaik, who's a project management professional. Cleared the exam in July because of her only. And of course, I would like to thank to you, Shriram, and Rahul, and my senior Seema ma'am. She also guided me throughout this. She is the one who told me to go to, because she's also a research domain like me, and she was like Spider Woman that you took the success story. So she was the one, and my study mates, Prasanna, Vinitra, Rupal, and then obviously Aparna. So these are awesome guys. Jay is also preparing. He will be soon. I think he will be PMP also. He, by questioning me, he made me think more. Every time he questions, even Prince is there. He's also preparing for the exam. And then we, when we had Sinna Swami, then Elder, and then we have Clinton. I
Okay.
have the list of some 20 people, which I can't say right now, but I just
Good,
remember
right?
those people's name because they are the awesome people,
Yeah. Good to have
and
the
they give.
buddies. Good to have a good set of people to prepare. That gives you good confidence. That's nice. That's nice. Good to know. All right.
Yes, because that's how learning happens actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. So if I put in together reading habits consistently, books, and you follow Read a 10, Agile Practice Guide, take 5 full exams, every time take a gap analysis to see where there is a area to improve, go back to the books, read, get the understanding, come back. Exam hall, stay calm, composed, do breathing exercise, focus on the subject,
Yes.
and don't give up till the last minute. And then give credit to the family. There you are, PMP. And I like the way you said mountain climbing. You have to use small grips to get there. That was a good one. Like that.
Right, that is true.
That's
That is true. That has to be. That's what is required. Most important thing, people have to make the develop the sense of urgency,
right.
and to acquire the dream, which they need to first make dream actually. Taking just a certification is not a matter. I took it as a dream. That's why I was able to complete ShriRam. Otherwise, I could not able to do that. That is for sure for my side.
Got it. Got it.
So yeah, things are there. We have to just bang the door. World is watching us actually.
Good. The researcher with the PMP and with management knowledge. Really good. Keep rocking. Keep winning more. Good wishes for a great success.
Thank you, Shriram. It's very honored to be with you. I will be hoping to get some other courses from you started soon. I will be planning. And
Sure. We'll make it happen. Good wishes.
yeah. Yeah, Shriram.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you